ABC10 Morning News at 6 starts now.
Well, good morning to you. Welcome to ABC10 Morning News. I'm Bria Love.
And I'm Walt Gray. Glad you're here with us. We do weather and traffic every 10 minutes. And let's start this morning with team coverage. Brendan Minchap has your full forecast. He's standing by. Jordan Tolbert monitors the road conditions. Kind of sloppy out there. Monica Coleman in Sacramento, who will show us all the current conditions out in the roads.
Let's take a look outside right now. This is Donner Summit. The area is under a winter storm warning, and you can see that the flurries falling and trucky again as that snow is continuing. So, Brendan, do we know when the snow is going to be all done?
Not until tomorrow in terms of that snow wrapping up. We're still expecting a decent amount of snow. It's not heavy right now, but we are going to see some heavier snow moving back in once we get to this evening and overnight tonight. Here's a live look at radar and satellite. Look at this band of rain. This has been in place really over the same spot since at least roughly 3 o'clock this morning, maybe even a little earlier than that, closer to 2 or 2:30. Look at this. Band of rain just north of Vacaville Fairfield, pushing north of Woodland, right near the Winters area, up near Yuba City, then towards Grass Valley, and continuing on into the Sierra. This is definitely, it's not heavy rain, but it's definitely going to be adding to the rainfall totals. We are going to see some inflated rainfall totals along that stretch because that band has been going for a few hours now. Snow showers in the Sierra. Again, nothing heavy right now, but as Jordan's been saying all morning, there's still chain controls up there, and it'll still be messy in the Sierra really for the next 24 hours or so. Winter storm warning continues today. You're going to see another 6 to about 12 inches of snow at pass level before this storm wraps up and is all done. Flood watch continues in the valley until tomorrow morning. We're not going to see a whole lot more rain, likely up to 1/4 of an inch in places, most places in the valley, except where we see those bands of rain setting up, like what we've got. 60.
A flood watch remains in effect today across California, from San Diego in the south to Redding in the north, as a powerful storm continues to unleash rain, snow, and wind on much of the west coast. The record-breaking storm caused much of a disturbance on Interstate 80 yesterday, so you must heed the warnings of officials when we see storms like this one. But for now, I'll go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.
Alrighty, Monica Coleman, thank you. Now, along Interstate 80 this morning, we do still have chain controls this morning because of that snow that we saw, and you can see it covering the ground there. Similar story on Highway 50. So I-80, Highway here. This is I-80 at the split here in the westbound lanes, once again, of I-80 just before you hit Business 80 this morning because of a crash there. And you can see here on our map where that's causing some delays this morning. So if you live in Citrus Heights, maybe North Highlands, Roseville, and you're driving westbound on I-80 this morning, just anticipate some additional traffic on top of your typical commute. One last check of the Tracy Triangle today. If you're driving from Modesto along 132 there, up 580, expect some slowing this morning so far. 205 onto 580, also seeing some of our typical stop and go traffic, looking at anywhere between 45 and 50 minutes on your way toward the Bay Area.
Jordan, thank you. We are continuing storm watch this morning, and that watch extends far beyond the Sacramento Valley. The rain impacts nearly 40 million people.
And it's not over yet, as Brendan mentioned. Los Angeles now on track to have the wettest February ever. Take a look.
No longer any disturbances.
Alrighty, Monica Coleman, thank you. And just another vantage point here. This morning, this looked very, very different. We were seeing 2 lanes closed this morning after that crash happened there near that retainer wall this morning. So now things are back open once again. Westbound traffic is still slow moving, really between Citrus Heights and the split this morning. So all the way through the North Highlands area this morning as a result of that earlier crash. Through the Sacramento area, not much to worry about here in terms of delays other than that one crash westbound I-80 and Business 80. Westbound 80 and Dixon Avenue, though, in the Dixon area this morning, seeing some residual traffic impacts from an earlier crash that happened about 10 minutes ago. And remember, we do still have chain controls on I-80 and Highway 50.
All right, one last look at the forecast now, and we'll take a look at futurecasts. So there's that chance for thunderstorms yet again. We're likely dry through most of the morning hours. That band of rain starts to dissipate, but then going through about 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, in that time frame, we'll likely start to see some pop-up showers, some pop-up thunderstorms. I don't expect anything severe today, but we'll likely see some heavy rain, some strong thunderstorm wind gusts, and even some pea-sized hail. That's all possible with storms this afternoon and into the evening. Things quiet down in the valley going into the overnight hours, but it really picks up in the Sierra. Heavy snow overnight. Everything starts to taper off tomorrow. We dry out after that and warm up into the mid and upper 60s on Saturday.
Brenda and Jordan, thank you both. We want to remind you that the ABC10 app is the best way for you to stay up to date and informed on all of today's weather changes. You can download it wherever you get your apps. Just don't forget to turn on those notifications. That's all we have for your morning news today. Next news updates at 7:23.
Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day and continue to follow us for all your weather coverage today. Maybe we'll get a little bit more of a break tomorrow. You are looking live at beautiful Truckee. Much more to come, and our next news is at 11. Have a great day.